famous midnight run saying the red coats are coming, the red coats are coming, and now I will quote him in a different way, the red coats are here. Let the rivalry continue. Folks, you are in store for something extra special here tonight.
Five-rounders, these fights. The idea there is that you definitely get an outcome. Yeah. Who's going to make the fastest start? Important, I think, for both teams that they get momentum from this opening encounter.
Yeah, a lot on the line here, John, for both of these guys, for their teams, what they're representing, and more importantly, for their own victories. You know, this can be a moulding of a fighter, boxing on foreign soil, you know, going into a hostile crowd like this, and that's what Ollie Duffy will be feeling. He's got to be careful though, got caught with a left hook there. He's got to be coming off that line, what Roy Jones was talking about earlier on, you know, throwing your shots, but you don't finish on the shot, Roy, you finish on the movement, and that could create another opportunity.
Yes, it could, because Ali just took a shot then that he didn't have to take, but Pina threw a good hook, and I'm glad to see that, because I was worried about with Pina's record, would he really come in and compete good, but he's competing really well early, and we'll see how he does.
Roy, you fought as a professional outside your home country, I don't know how many times as an amateur, but as a professional 4 times.
Yep.
Can you tell me what it's like to adjust yourself to the different weather and the different time zone?
It's very difficult with the time zone. With UK, it ain't so bad because it's only 6 or 7 hours. So 7 hours is not nearly as bad as the 9 or the, you know, or going to Russia or the 15 going to Australia. So you know, time zones are a little bit different, but the easier one to make is for the UK and the United States.
Now, Spencer, can you tell me how different it is as far as comparing the weather at this time of year and also that time zone change that I mentioned?
Absolutely. Listen, Roy's right in what he said. The boys have had time to acclimatise, you know, and adjust with the time zone as well. That's 6 hours. You know, I think that they were in the gym. I looked at them in the gym Wednesday. They were in the gym Thursday night as well, and they look good. You know, they're refreshed. They've been here a week, so they've taken this very, very seriously.
John, this is Oliver Duffy's first fight outside the United Kingdom. In your opinion, how are the UK fighters going to be affected by the change in time and atmosphere?
Well, they're fighting in effectively as away fighters, aren't they? So there's going to be pressure on there. But I think Duffy's started pretty well in this opening round, and he gets a sneak right hand in there, which Pina really doesn't want to take. Pina responds with one of his own, and straight away a little bit of full-blooded action, Roy.
Yeah, full-blooded action. Like I said, I like Pina's jab. Surprised that I'm glad he's coming out and competing like he is because a good shot. That's a very dangerous right hand that Duffy keeps coming down the pipe on, so anything can happen in this fight.
Well, he landed another good right hand there, Spenny, Duffy, and I think he's going to be fairly pleased with this opening round, despite the fact that he took that fairly flush left hook in the early stages, and Pina misses by a distance with that attempted overhand right hand.
Siempre es un buen momento para visitar la mejor playa de Texas. En la Isla del Padre siempre hay buenas vibras, buena comida y momentos inolvidables. Hay magia en el aire y en la bahía. La Isla del Padre te ofrece diferentes actividades, aventuras o simplemente un descanso. Este es el paraíso estilo Texas. Visita la Isla del Padre, tu isla del escape.
Bridgepoint Insurance Agency and Permit Center ofrecemos una amplia cobertura de seguros personales y comerciales. Cabe recalcar que somos el único agente autorizado por el Condado de Hidalgo para todo tipo de trámite vehicular. Brindamos servicios de permisos estatales y federales. No esperes y visítanos ahora, McAllen, Mission y Donna, o llama al 956-683-9400. ¡Te tenemos cubierto!
Welcome back. We're heading for the second round now of our opening contest. Oliver Duffy on the left of the picture, fighting for Dennis Hobson's UK team. Roberto Pina, should say Spencer Oliver's UK team, shouldn't I? Spencer Roberto Pina for Roy Jones's United States team. Close round. Would you agree that Duffy took it, Roy?
Yeah, I think Duffy won the first round. He landed cleaner punches, although Pina did land two good hooks early, but Duffy came back and kind of outworked him towards the end of the round.
Yeah, that's a good shout. It was a close, competitive round, and Roy was right in what he said. Both guys are deciding to stand there and trade early, and not much thought process going behind the defense mechanism. They're just loading up with the shots, and they're both getting caught. So this fight could be won and lost right now. It's about who gets it right and who starts tightening up a little bit more defensively. But this is good work here from Duffy, and he got through with a shot there, and I think Pina felt that one. You just see him backing off for the first time, and Duffy now has him in a bit of trouble here.
He's got him in a whole lot of trouble. The end could be coming right now.
Not a good spot for Pina, Bones Pina right there. You can see Duffy's confidence growing as the fight goes on. He's been showing he's more the stronger of the two fighters. He's using that 1-2 combination and muscling his way to just the ring generalship. Pina's going to have to do something drastic right here, land a really solid shot or land a flurry here. It's going to be not even going to be getting out of the second round here. And a beautiful combination right there by Oliver. Looks like your team might get the first victory here tonight.
Yeah, I think so, and that might happen inside the distance if Roberto Pina doesn't start doing something and moving his head off that line, because he's taking big punishment here in round 2. And John, still 1 minute 15 seconds on the clock. This is big trouble here for Roberto Pina.
What Pina needs to do right now, though, is go to the body, because Duffy put out a lot of punches, and Duffy is resting right now. And Pina's corner should be telling him to go to the body now, because Duffy threw a lot of punches trying to really get him out left just a minute ago, so Duffy has to regroup for a minute. Now he's starting to regroup and come back. But you let him regroup because you didn't go to his body.
Between rounds in the Ollie Duffy corner, John Fuchs was saying right hand's the key. Really plant your feet and go for that big right hand, and that's been his best punch of the fight so far, that right hand. But has he just blown himself out a bit in the early stages of this second?
No, he's okay. Just that right hand has been in shot, and he's got to take his time. No? But we want to see Pina come back. If Pina will go to the body, it would make a much more interesting fight.
Yeah, that's exactly what Ollie Duffy's doing here, is controlling the space of this fight, and that is controlling the pace. You know, the distance is perfect, so he's controlling when he wants to go for a walk, when he wants to nick a breather, and when he wants to let his shots go. So it's down to Roberto Pina to adjust here.
Now to a commercial.
¿Eres aficionado del fútbol? En Soccer Shop de la Plaza Mall encuentras artículos oficiales de tu equipo favorito, como jerseys del América, Chivas, Tigres y Rayados, internacionales como Real Madrid, Barcelona, Al Nassr e Inter de Miami.
Somos Soccer Shop adentro de la Plaza Mall, al lado del área de comida. Ven a visitarnos.
El Rome in the Sand Festival, 18 y 19 de octubre en la Isla del Padre. Acompaña a Paul Sr. de Orange County Choppers en la caravana de motos. En el viaje más grande del año. Prueba tu suerte en nuestra noche de casino y compite en el torneo de póker. Disfruta de boxeo profesional en vivo, expo de tatuajes, exhibición de autos y vota por la señorita Chrome in the Sand 2024. 18 y 19 de octubre, el segundo evento anual de Chrome in the Sand Festival.
The first round was close. Second round, Duffy dominated in the early stages, and probably at this stage leads by 2-0, Spenny?
Yeah, absolutely, and Roberto Pina recognises that, and he's decided now to roll the dice and go out there and take the fight and try and change the fight into his hands, because Duffy in control there in that last round, landing some big right hands. Pina is the one that has to change it, and he lands a big right hand there, and that was good for him, Roy, something that he maybe needed.
Yeah, but you got to keep pushing the issue. You can't let Duffy keep bringing the fight to him. If Duffy brings the fight for him, it's not going to end up good for him like that.
Now, if you're just now joining us, I do want to remind you this is a 5-round fight. This is a 5-round fight, so definitely keep that in mind as you are watching this. You know, the thing I'm most impressed about with Duffy is he doesn't look fazed by fighting in another country for the first time.
No,
he looks completely comfortable.
He does it because they're representing their country and they want to win. I mean, come on. How could you be fazed by this? This is the big stage for you. This may be one of the biggest events he's been in as a professional.
Yep, and it's all about who gets that start and that first victory. It's going to be good team morale. It's going to give the spirits of that team a lift, and Ollie Duffy recognises that. and he's controlling this first round. That is for sure. He's controlling the space, finding the range with that jab, effective with the left hook as well. Lovely little uppercut on the inside from Duffy as well. And John,
that right hand there inside, you picked it up, and just for a moment it looks as though it stunned Pina, who's trying to regroup, bite down on his gum shield, trying to come back into this after Duffy, as in the last round, dominated the early stages. But I think that Duffy, as you say, is for the most part controlling things so far. Pina needs to win this round.
Oh, good work again from Duffy. Double jab from Duffy, sorry, double jab right hand. Hurts him, and Pina is in trouble here. The referee is just taking a look.
He wants to see something coming back, and nothing is.
And Pina is a tough character. I don't know how he took all them.
And
took
referee
some good shots right there.
Humberto Zavala watching intently, about to jump in and stop it. If he doesn't answer soon, it's going to be a knockout victory for the UK team. But Pina now holding on, trying to wear his opponent down. But if Duffy's punch output continues, which it appears that it is going to be a knockout victory for the team from UK here with the first fight of the. Yeah, it's just looks like it's going to be a matter of time. Those combinations, the strong punches landed to the head of Bones Pina is just getting to be too much.
Yep. Massive pressure again there coming from Ollie Duffy, and Pina done well to get through that round. 10-second clacker goes, but it's been all Duffy, and Pina again in desperate trouble just as a bell goes. And what a round there, John, from Ollie Duffy. I mean, we thought he was taking control of the contest, but that one there was only moments away, surely, from being stopped.
Well, you have to actually give credit where it's due to the man from Donna, Texas, Roberto Pina, the way he managed to survive, because he was under enormous pressure at one stage, looked as though he was on the cusp of being stopped.
Yeah, he certainly did. And boy, you know, what has Pina got to do now? How does he turn that around? Because you just sense that Ollie Duffy is growing in confidence all the time, and he's got that momentum, and that is difficult to break when a fighter slips into a rhythm. And for Duffy, he's in that rhythm. How does Pina turn it around?
It's very hard for Pina to turn it around, because Pina having more losses than he has wins, he's used to falling into that position of submission. So right now it's kind of hard for him. He fighting an undefeated guy who does not know how to lose. So it's very difficult to turn it around. Now, if he got the right kind of heart, he can, but it takes a big heart to turn that around.
Duffy on our card, 3 rounds up at this stage. Pina clearly needs a very, very big finish to this fight, and he starts with a solid left hand, but he's clipped as he comes in.
Yeah, caught with a big right hand, and I tell you what, Pina is starting to feel this now. He's systematically getting broken down, shot by shot. Accumulation of punches are starting to take their toll, and you look at the face of Roberto Pina, and you just wonder, is he going to make it to that final bell? And if Duffy continues like this, the stoppage could be close.
Oh, Pina's in a terrible spot right there in the corner right there, but he is fighting back.
Yes, he is.
And it looks like
he is fighting back. And Duffy better be careful, because Pina's really throwing some good shots at him still. You heard Duffy's corner just tell him, move your head. Don't just walk down the pipe, because Pina throwing a really good right hand at him. Look at him.
Yeah, he's certainly tough, Pina, and he's turning it around a little bit, or trying to anyway, by biting down on his gum shield.
That was good,
yeah, best punch of the fight for Pina.
You better believe it was the best punch he landed all night long. Since that first round, I should say.
And he's calling out to Duffy. Yes. He's talking to him there. He's trying to goad him to come in. He's got his gloves down low, and he shouts, come on.
I like it.
Yeah.
Now we're talking. That's what I'm talking about.
Showing real character in there, Roy.
Yeah.
Picks up a cut over that left eye now. That seems to be flowing down the side of his face. But yeah, well, impressive stuff from Pina, because he is showing that character mentally, psychologically, trying to turn it around for himself, and that shows great character from a fighter.
And it shows us as viewers straight away, and sitting at ringside here, that this means something to these teams.
You better
really does.
You better believe it. He's going deeper than the team than himself now. He fighting for his team right now, and that says a lot.
Yeah, that blood seems to be flowing quite a lot, and the right hand went in again there. Pina felt that one, uppercut goes in, and Pina just seems in a spot of trouble on the ropes. Duffy turned it around again. Big right hand over the top. This is great work here from Duffy. Referee's looking close here.
Pina got good defense though, and Pina got a big heart.
How brave,
look at that. A big defense and a big heart. Look at that. That's a heart, son. I don't care. Nobody tell me this is what we came. This is what we paid to see. This is a guy with a losing record fighting like he's a winner. This is what we want to see. This is what team camaraderie does to you sometimes.
Good uppercut inside there again from Pina, and the crowd's absolutely getting into this one. They love it, and this has been a tremendous round.
Yeah, brilliant round from both guys. They're both having their successes, both biting down on their gum shield. This is what we said it was going to be. Myself, Roy Jones, when we talked about doing this, making these matches, it doesn't matter what the kids' records are. It's all about what they're fighting for, and Pina just showed us that there, Roy. He bit down and he come back and he made a fantastic round of it there.
You better believe he did. Just what I said, he had to show a lot of heart to do that, and he did exactly that.
You know, I think we would all have to agree that Pina does need at least a knockdown or a knockout in order to be successful in this fight, because I would probably say that it's been 10-9 from the young man from the UK ever since the opening bell. I mean, Pina's had his moments, but each round was won by Duffy. So right now in the corner of Bones Pina, they're saying you've got to go for it this round right here. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be a very high pace, high intensity, because we haven't really seen any types of fatigue from either fighter here in the opening contest of the Transatlantic Clash.
Motivational words in both corners, trying to stir their man up for one final huge effort in this last round. I was interested at the end of the fourth. I think Pina wanted to touch gloves with Duffy and say, yeah, well, great shot.
Good right hand by Pina.
Yeah, massive right hand there. Duffy's got to be careful, but he comes back with some good shots of his own, and I tell you what, guys, he's going to leave it all on the line here in this final round. Pina knows he needs the knockout. Duffy has to be careful. Keep that right hand up.
He better, because Pina is trying to get that knockout.
Pina's never had a knockout, but if he lands more shots like that one he did a few moments ago, then it's a very real possibility. And the referee saying just tidy it up.
Yeah, it's getting rough, it's getting tough, and it's getting physical in there, and that's what happens.
Good right hand.
Yep, he's starting to find the range with that shot. Duffy needs to keep that left hand high, and again letting shots go. Both boys really giving the crowd what we wanted, what we expected. Duffy working well on the inside, but Roy, look at this action.
Big action. This is what we're looking for. This is what the fans deserve in boxing.
Terrific opening minute to this final round, which Pina surely has to win if he's going to have any chance of taking this contest.
Well, he's going to need to do something drastic if he wants to win this one. He needs to throw everything and the kitchen sink in there right now. Roll the dice, knock out or get knocked out, because that's where he's at now, because if this goes to points, Duffy gets the victory.
Referee telling Duffy off, I think, for a little bit of pulling his man on, a bit of holding.
That blood flowing quite freely down the side of Pina's face.
Good try by Pina.
And right now we have less than a minute and a half left to go in the first out of the Transatlantic Clash. Beautiful 1-2 combination, then followed up by a big uppercut, and he looks like he's going to be ending it right here if he can get Pina in the corner. But Pina got out of that bad spot, and now he's going to be able to survive probably throughout the rest of the fight and in the fight on his feet. But now Duffy with a beautiful uppercut to the jaw, but Pina is just so tough, and he came here to win this fight.
Yeah, Pina takes a hell of a punch. Good shot. Pina takes a hell of a shot and throws a hell of a shot.
Yep, he's going for it here, Pina. Both boys starting to feel the pace now. Fatigue definitely setting in for both of them. It's now becoming a mental battle as opposed to the physical one, because psychologically now it's about who wants it. Both boys feeling it. Big 1-2 there from Duffy, turning it on. Great work, great action here, John.
What a tremendous opening fight this has been for the Transatlantic Clash, and we're into the last 20 seconds. Duffy goes in, lands a couple of big right hands, Pina covering up well though. Slipped the shot and tried to come back off the ropes, and lands one coming in. That's another big right hand from Duffy. This is terrific toe-to-toe action, right the way up to the final bell.
Way to fight, Pina. Way to fight.
What a good fight that was.
Yes, it was.
Yep, exactly. Well, we kept talking about how competitive this was going to be, and it was competitive. The contest was competitive, but Ollie Duffy has definitely done enough to win there. What a performance there from Ollie Duffy, winning every round on my scorecard. But that doesn't tell the story of the contest, because Roy, I want to throw this one over to you. Roberto Pina, you picked that kid, and that was a great choice because he showed heart, grit, character, determination, ticked all the boxes.
And I don't mind losing a battle like that, because though he had the worst record coming in, he came out and still fought like a champion, gave me all he had, and I'll take that all day long.
Well, anxious moments while the cards are totted up, but I can tell you that the whole of the British team came round and had celebratory fist bumps with Spencer Oliver as they made their way back up into the ring, and I think everybody in the British camp thinks that that is a winning start.
Yeah, I think that, you know, you could have given maybe, well, I didn't give Pina a share of a round, but they were all very...
The fourth was close,
you maybe could have given him a share of one round, but listen, there's one clear winner there. Young Ollie Duffy, he boxed brilliantly. Yeah, he was taking too many right hands, didn't move off the line maybe enough, you know, and I'm very ultra critical because he go back a long way with that kid, over a relationship with him. My late father trained him, so, you know, there's a big connection there with him. So every time I see Ollie, you know, I want to see him do well, and boy did he do well tonight.
Well, the referee waiting centre ring to draw both men together. Here they go, and in a moment we will get the verdict. Is it going to be a winning start for the British team?
FightZone presentes.
5-round war. We consult the official scorecard to determine a winner. Can we fix it? Judges Escalona and Gonzalez turn in identical scores of 49-46. And Judge Escalona scores about 50-45. All in favor of the winner by way of unanimous decision. From Team UK, Oliver Ali.